It's a long, long way with a young horse to get to the top sport. Horses also need to develop. They need to develop mentally, they need to develop in their strength. And I think if you always give them a very, very good possibility to make a jump, talking about jumping lessons, even if something goes wrong, you need to give them time, you can repeat, but don't do it too quick and don't try to force anything. Because young horses are like babies at the end. They need time, they need to develop in everything. And yeah, it comes back to the word patience. You need to have time, you need to have patience and give them over and over the same exercise to not only learn mentally, to also develop in their strength. I think you should focus always on two things. You should focus, of course, we are a show jumper, we want to jump a course. We also don't want to do that too many times. So I think we should always focus once a week on jumping a course with young horses and once a week on jumping some gymnastics to develop their body. It doesn't make sense to do it too many times, to do only gymnastics or to do only a course. Keep it simple. Do once a gymnastic, do once a course, give them time for the next week, do a little bit flat work in between and continue the next week. A lot of horses taught me a lot of things, and bit by bit I developed that system for myself. Sometimes I also believe that if I would have, for example, a cornet d'amour one more time now with the knowledge that I have now, that we could be even better than we did before. But yeah, unfortunately that's the past, and I definitely learned from him. I definitely learned from First Class, my first Olympic horse. And that he, for example, had a very, very big, long body. It was difficult to ride on the flat. And I sometimes focused maybe a little bit too much on it, which gives him a lot of training, which maybe made him a little bit sore here and there. Afterwards, I think you have to focus more on the mentality of the horse. If he has a good mentality, but his body is not like an athlete, like 100% like an athlete, not like Tobago, for example, I would, of course, try to improve it a little bit, but I would not focus too much on it. If he has a good mentality and he wants to jump clear, you have to live a little bit with the horse and focus actually on the qualities of the horse. My dream was actually to always be like one of my idols that time. And that was Franke Slotag, John Whittaker, Ludger Beerbaum. And to be honest, riding and competing and even working for them a couple of years later made a dream come true, yeah. It has been a very, very special time, of course. It honors me that now they accept me, or a little bit like one of them. But it definitely has been a very special point in my career, yeah.